Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Adeb Yusseri. I'm from the class AC1103A, and today I'm going to give you a review about the movie The Dark Knight. Okay, The Dark Knight is the 2008 sequel to The Batman Begins. The film is directed by Christopher Nolan and stars Christian Bale as Batman and Heath Ledger as the Joker. Nolan's inspiration for the film was the Joker's comic book debut in 1940s, the 1988 graphic novel The Killing Joke, and the 1996 series The Long Halloween, which retold Harvey Dent's origin. The Dark Knight nickname was first applied to Batman in Batman First, 1940. In the story written by Bill Finger, The Dark Knight was filmed primarily in Chicago, as well as several locations in the United States, the United Kingdom, and Hong Kong. The Dark Knight was released in July 17, 2008 in Malaysia. Considered one of the best films of this decade and one of the best superhero films all the time, the film received critical praise for its screenplay, visual effects, musical score, themes, performance, action sequence, and direction. The film also set numerous records during its run. One of it is it got over 1 billion in revenue worldwide. It became the fourth highest grossing film at the time and the highest grossing film of 2008. And at the 81st Academy Award, the film received 8 nominations and won the Best Sound Editing and the Best Supporting Actors by late Heath Ledger. The Dark Knight is not a simplistic tale of good and evil. Batman is good, Joker is evil, but Batman poses a more complex puzzle than usual. The citizens of Gotham City are in an uproar, calling him a vigilante and blaming him for the death of policemen and others. And the Joker is more than a villain. He is a Mephistopheles whose action is fiendishly designed to pose moral dilemmas for his enemy. The key performance in the movie is by the late Heath Ledger as the Joker. He even won the Oscar as Best Supportive Actor. His Joker draws power from the actual inspiration of the character in the silent classic The Man Who Laughed, 1928. His clown makeup was sloppy than before. His cackle betraying deep wounds. He seeks revenge. He claimed for the horrible punishment his father exacted on him when he was a child. In one diabolical scheme, near the end of the film, he invites 2 ferry loads of passengers to blow up the other before they blown up themselves. Throughout the film, he devises ingenious situations that force Batman, Commissioner Gordon, and Harvey Dent to make impossible ethnic decisions. By the end, the whole moral foundation of the Batman legend is threatened. The plot involves nothing more or less than the Joker's attempt to humiliate the force for good and expose Batman's secret identity, showing him to be a poser and a fraud. He includes Gordon and Dent on his target list and contrives cruel tricks to play with the fact that Bruce Wayne once loved and Harvey Dent now loves Assistant DA Rachel Dawes. The tricks are more cruel than he realized because the Joker doesn't know Batman's secret identity. Heath Ledger has a good deal of dialogue in the movie, and a lot of it isn't the usual jabs and jets we're familiar with. Personally, The Dark Knight is the best superheroes movie ever made, and also one of my favorite movies. Some of the reasons why I mention that it is the best superheroes movie are because the first is it got no happy ending. The Dark Knight is not one typical superhero movie, nor does it play like one. The middle act of the film shows Rachel Dawes being murdered by the Joker and Wayne's newfound ally Harvey Dent suffering horrified facial and psychological wounds that derail him as a person. The next one is a powerful message. Many superhero movies play up the excitement and good feelings that come with saving the world and rescuing the kitten from the tree, all on the same day. But The Dark Knight took a far different approach with several story arcs and thematic elements woven into one overreaching message. It showed that when faced with a crisis situation, mankind's best and worst traits would emerge in their extremes. This was demonstrated during the nail-biting boat scene where an ultimatum was given to the passengers on both vessels, and also in the final act where Batman is branded as a villain and made a scapegoat for the anger of Gotham's policies. Christopher Nolan dug deep into the fabric of humanity and our behavior in the times of great peril. The third one is it shows what a real-life superhero would look like. One of the reasons why The Dark Knight holds up today as the best superhero movie ever made, even in the face of Marvel movies like Avengers Endgame, is because it is the most grounded and brilliant take on a real-life interpretation of not just Batman, but a superhero. Of course, this entry could also apply to the films in the trilogy that preceded and succeeded it, Batman Begins and The Dark Knight Rises. The Spurmore entry in the trilogy strips its plots, world, and characters of any supernatural element to deliver the most possible realistic representation of a superhero. The only things given to the character of Bruce Wayne were immense wealth, intellect, physical prowess, and determination. Next one is imperfect heroes. Technically, every superhero is imperfect, but the nature of the Batman characters make those imperfections feel even more important than with other superhero characters. Again, this draws back to the characters' propensity for realism, and especially so in The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight exposes Batman as a hero who can fail, with his failure to save both Harvey Dent and Rachel being a prime example. Commissioner Gordon and Harvey Dent are also examples of imperfect characters. Last but not least, it is inspired by some of the greatest Batman stories. With The Dark Knight being about comic books, one of the best strategies in creating a captivating superhero stories for the live-action film is to take inspiration from some of the best stories ever told about the characters. Naturally, that would mean looking to the Batman comics and the lore they established. The Dark Knight was inspired by two of the most important storylines for the characters, The Long Halloween and The Killing Joke. The former was an excellent mystery thriller that showcases the superhero's detective skills and explored the origin of Harvey Dent or Two-Face. The latter served as one of the most chilling stories of the Joker.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. I can do those things, because I'm not a hero. Not like that. I killed those people. That's what I can be.
No, you can't. You're not.
I'm whatever Gotham needs me to be. Call it in.
A hero. Not the hero we deserved, but the hero we needed. Nothing less than a knight. Shining.
I'll hunt you.
You'll hunt me. You'll condemn me. Set the dogs on me. Because that's what needs to happen. Because sometimes truth isn't good enough. Sometimes people deserve more. Sometimes people deserve to have their faith rewarded.
Why is he running, Dad?
Because we have to chase him.
Okay, we're going in! Go, go! Move!
He didn't do anything wrong.
Because he's the hero Gotham deserves. But not the one it needs right now. So we'll hunt him. Because he can take it. Because he's not our hero.